For you,
Okay,
that's really
so basically
important.
when I start, I want to give everybody the fundamentals, basically everything you need. You need a jump shot, you need the right animations, you need the right motion styles, and you need to know which type of animations you're going to get and how to time them, right? So I try to give everybody the foundation. This is what you need, and then we can grow on that foundation. So once you take the tutorials that are like, this is how you dribble, you can put this dribble tutorial with your jump shot, with this motion style. Then I'm gonna teach you to time it all out so you can do the best dribble moves, and then you can go into the park and practice it, just get your reps. And after you do reps, you'll notice once you do something 100 times, you're better than you were at the first. So if you just keep trying and trying and trying, you have no option but to get better.
What are some of your favorite modes to play in 2K?
My favorite modes, I'm definitely a park guy, right?
Okay.
I'm a park guy, I like to get my community involved.
In the park,
Yeah.
what are some ways that fans can find success in these 3v3 games or 2v2?
Yeah. So
these games are tough. These games are tough out there. And I know you're educating the fans, so like, what advice would you give to new players?
No, it's easier said than done, obviously, but you have to have the right lineups if you're going to go out to the park. Obviously, you don't have to. You can go have your own fun. Play with what you want. You need to have a big man, a lockdown defender, and a point guard. The big man has to be able to rebound the ball and kick back out to the point guard. So if your big man doesn't have pass accuracy, you're probably going to struggle a little bit, Big man's got to have his eyes open looking for the passes out. That's how I feel like you're going to win the games, definitely.
Absolutely. You've had so much content in offense, but let's talk about defense. What advice can you give about defense?
Here's how I play defense on the park in 2K. We stay on a side. Each side, the big man, he stays at this big if he pops, but basically the two guards, if they wrap, because a lot of people like to run wraps, you just stay on the side, which cancels that out. So then they'll bring a screen up and put the other guy who's doing the wraps in the corner. But once the big man's coming up setting screens, you guys have to know that the big man has to show on the shot for a brief second, not a long time, just enough to change the jump shot. Okay? So the guard can get back, our big that just was contesting the guard can drop back to the paint, box out, and hopefully get the rebound, hopefully. But eventually you'll get it. But that's exactly how you have to play defense if you want to win on this game. And you have to be in the passing lanes, right? But the passing lanes can also get you beat, right? So I know you've been in a situation in a wreck where your buddies reached and there is the easy three, right? So overreaching will get you killed this year.
Let's meet the starting lineup for New York. At power forward, Josh Hart. At the other forward position, OG Anunoby. At shooting guard, Mikal Bridges. At center, Anthony Towns. At the other guard position, Jalen Brunson. The head coach of the visiting team is Tom Thibodeau. And now, your Charlotte Hornets starting five. At the power forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 0. Miles Bridges. Starting at center, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 5, Mark Williams. At the other forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 24, Brandon Miller. Starting at point, 6 feet 7 inches, number 1, LaMelo Ball. Starting at the other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 00, Sponamir 00. The head coach of your home team. Once again, your Charlotte starters.
And thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you're enjoying your Friday afternoon. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And now the New York Knicks starters. They've got OG Anunoby. Josh Hart out there with Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the point. And for the Hornets, up at forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Z out there with Ball. And it's Williams at the 5 down low. And both of these teams, Greg, have a couple games in the NBA Cup under their belts. They've gotten off to pretty good starts.
And I got to believe they both like the position they're in. And tonight will be huge in determining if they can make those knockout games. It's pretty much a must-win.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Here's Towns. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
What a quick release on Towns' jumper. That makes it hard to contest.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
New York on D. Here's Z. Lets it go with the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
Now, here's Hart. Out to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, how about that quick 3 response by Mikal Bridges?
Pass to Z. To the inside. Williams gets the bucket.
So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Brunson the pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. Bridges outside. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Towns with the steal. Brunson outside. Rebound by Williams. Hornets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Z. It's 3-pointers off the mark. New York's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Now, here's Ball. OG Anunoby unable to get his last shot to go.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to see it.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, to the paint, here's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl-Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. And expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Thank you, David. Hart finds Brunson. Bridges. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Bridges has got 5 now.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Here's Z. From outside, off the mark. Knicks trail by 4. Hart the pass to Brunson. Here's Anunoby. Bridges right side. And Hart has it in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. And no good. Bridges with some nice defense. There's the triple. Z can't get it to go.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Ball against Brunson. Inside, here's Hart, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The ultimate blue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side. Well, the intensity, the toughness, the absolute ability to play bigger than your size. That is Josh Hart.
Here's Williams. And he can't bank that one in. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 3. Bridges, great positioning on the putbacks. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Z, good. He's got 5.
If you leave a teammate of LaMelo Ball that wide open, I promise you, he will find him.
Knicks trail by 3. Now here's Brunson. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. Pass to Hart. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Over Williams. They get it back. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against Dallas. To the middle. Ball against Brunson. Here's Z. A three-pointer, no good.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Anunoby, no good. Charlotte leading by 3. Down low. It's intercepted. Hart with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And Towns throws it down.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
Here's Z. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Drills the three-pointer. Z's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Charlotte.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Towns against Williams, and stolen by Williams. To the inside. Tips it, and Williams is right there. Williams has got 6.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Knicks trail by 6. Hart finds Bridges. Back to Hart, beyond the arc. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Hornets. And then for New York, Robinson's checked in for Towns. And it's Achua in for OG Anunoby. Z, the pass to Nurkic. Ball with it. Brunson covering. The pass to Z. Puts up a deep 3. The Knicks pull it in. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
Yeah, and last year they had major trouble with these guys. I'm not sure how it happened, but they didn't win a single game against them.
Here's Z. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. 10 points for Z.
LaMelo Ball loves creating for his team. I love the look right there. Just so easy to play with.
Brunson with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Offensive rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Shots good by Miller. And now a 5-point Charlotte lead.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Bridges. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Brandon Miller. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Diabate's checked in. Okogie comes in for Miller. Smith checked in for Z. And it's Trey Mann in for Ball. Both good from the line that time. Taking a look at the Hornets. And they're off to a hot start in their NBA Cup. Currently 2-0.
Well, you can tell they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. They want this third win badly. They would love to get it in front of their home crowd.
And seeing how things are shaking out for New York as well. It's their third game in the NBA Cup, and they really need a win tonight to stay alive.
Yeah, they're 1-1 thus far, so another loss probably knocks them out. It's going to be a tall task for them tonight, though, on the road.
Now, here's Achua. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. The feed to Robinson. Goes up the baseline. That shot is off. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Okogie. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Mann passes to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you can see the power game that Yusuf Nurkic has in his tool bag. That's a strong finish.
Knicks trail by 5. Bridges outside. Hart trying to get open. Bridges misses.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
On the wing, Mann. Payne covering. Mann passes to Okogie. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Achua. Still scoreless. Robinson kicks to Payne. Shoots over Mann. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, there's an infectious energy to how Precious Achua plays. So tough keeping him off the offensive glass.
Pass to Diabate. Here's Okogie. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the first. A shot by Diabate. No good. Knicks trail by 5. And here's Payne. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Diabate.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Hart kicks to Payne. New York now working with the new shot clock. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Knicks ball.
And the Hornets making a change here. Green's checked in. Passes it to Bridges. Puts up a 3. The Hornets pull it in. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Smith scanning the floor. Green in the post. Defended by Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, a big story this summer was Jalen Brunson signing a team-friendly extension, leaving an unprecedented amount of money on the table, but providing the Knicks with the opportunity to lock in this tight-knit core and contend in the East at the highest of levels for years to come.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. Shams, thank you very much for the report. He's off on the second. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Kolek. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Charlotte shooting it very well as they shake off the rust here early. 54% from the field. Yep, it counts.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Bobbed up there for Robinson. It's stolen by Green. Over Bridges. Again, the Hornets score.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Bridges. Off with the layup. Outside, Green. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Charlotte. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Precious Achiuwa. He's out there with OG Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Kolek in at the 2. Now Brunson after the missed 3 from Z. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Brunson. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand. Here's Z. From past the arc. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Williams gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now Ball after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Fires the 3. Hornets keep it alive. The putback, and Williams is right there. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And here are the Knicks now. It's a 13-point game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
You know, Greg, with this being game 3 of the group stage, you have to start looking at how tiebreakers might work for teams that have the same record in group play. I mean, it's fascinating.
And I believe the first tiebreaker is head-to-head record in the group. If that doesn't solve it, a tie then goes down to each team's point differential. So there are a few more tiebreakers after that, but those 2 should take care of almost all ties.
Here's Z. 10 points for him. When you look at the game of Mark Williams, Doris, what impresses you the most?
Well, probably his size and athleticism. That combination makes him an immediate fit. He understands which shots to take on the offensive end. He seems to have a great feel for how to position himself on the defensive end and how to mix it up on the glass.
And Williams drops them both. Knicks trail by 13. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't hit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here's Kolek. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Achua, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Miles Bridges.
There is an activity to the way Precious Achua plays. Draws the whistle right there. Really good work.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Love the hustle from Towns right there. Boy, engaged defensively.
Pass to Kolek. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much.
Well, you know how problematic LaMelo is for defenders. Always so willing to draw some contact.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
That's good from Ball. The Knicks making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Ball hits them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Here's Kolek. And it's in there. Kolek has got 4 this quarter.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Here's Z. And there's the call on Mark Williams. That's his first foul.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 14. Hart finds Brunson. Shoots over Ball. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set. Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Now here's Towns. Shoots over Ball. Bank shot. No good. Towns with the steal. And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Quickly, let's bring up the list of the top rookie three-point bombers in the NBA. Well, you look at Z. 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that, if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
And I think there's a little rivalry among that group of rookie bombers. I know he'd love to see his name all the way at the top of the list.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Brunson against Ball, and stolen by Miller. Here's Z. 16 points for him. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Brunson. Shoots over Ball. And it's Brunson missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
The pass to Z from outside the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Z's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
Here's Kolek to the wing right side. Pass to Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Pass to Miller. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Well, we have all enjoyed the NBA Cup tournament, and Greg, the double meaning it brings to these games earlier in the season is just terrific. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's Charlotte just dominating this one. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Lob it forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Ball out there with Z, and it's Williams at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And here's Brunson outside. The Hornets shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Bridges with it. Bridges covering. The putback. Bridges with the board.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Williams against Hart. Fires from deep. Z can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And there's Bridges on the assist by Anunoby. And that's now 20 points for Mikal Bridges. Ball, the pass to Z. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Bridges. Back to Hart. Takes it inside. And Mikal Bridges, good for 3. Bridges has got 23 points.
The longer his career grows, the more you see Mikal Bridges put together these scoring outbursts.
Back to ball. Stolen by Brunson. For 3, Bridges. And another 3 for New York.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
And the Hornets call time here. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
Knicks foul. Mikal Bridges. Second personal foul.
The Hornets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
For your Hornets, 0-0. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Z. He makes 1 of 2 that time. New York's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Now, here's Anunoby. Defense is right there. Williams with the block, and they recover it. Block is at 3. Here's Hart. Bridges with the board. Charlotte has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Z.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Mark Williams. First in field goal percentage, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. That free throw good from Z. Both free throws good from Z. The Knicks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Lets it fly from 18. Charlotte no good that time either. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Bridges passes to Towns. Now Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Brunson's got 5 now.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
Here's Z. Defended by Bridges. This one for 3. They get it again. Williams gets the bucket. 14 points for him.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
On the wing, Bridges. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, the length and skill set is a tremendous combination for Mikal Bridges. Starting to cook a little bit.
Back to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Great power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Ball against Brunson. Driving to the basket. Ball with the rebound.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Z drills it from outside. Z's got 25 points in the game.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Bridges up top, and he has 28 points for the game. And good that time. Bridges has got 12 points now in the quarter.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
To the paint, here's Williams. And the rejection by Towns. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. So it's the Hornets now. Here's Z. 25 points in the game. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Right side, Williams. Towns with the steal. Here's Anunoby. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Wow, a level of physicality brought to OG Anunoby, and he says, I can match that.
Here's Z. Defended by Bridges. Z can't get it to go. The Knicks have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. The turnaround, and there's Brunson. That's good on the assist by Bridges.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Bridges with the steal. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you love to see Bridges keep the pressure on the defense and draw the contact.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hornets.
they've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
And the rejection by Towns. Brunson, right side. The shot comes out. Hornets leading by 21. Here's Z. Shot from the top of the key. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. To the middle. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Bridges, no one around him. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bridges has got 7 points.
Tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Inside. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
This is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Some changes here for the Hornets. Diabate's checked in. And Josh Green's subbed in for Brandon Miller. Cameron Payne's checked in for the Knicks. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Towns. Achua is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Payne at the shooting guard. Brunson, good.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Bridges outside. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Here's Payne. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
3 points.
Towns has got 3 assists now in this one.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Z, the pass to Green. Here's Z. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For New York, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. And Bridges with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. The Knicks making a switch here.
Ryan.
Ball stolen. And here we go. Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously, it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
Pass to Z. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Stolen by Ball. Bridges dishes the ball. Pass to Diabate. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Payne looking around. Just 5 on the clock. Now the pass to Ryan. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Launches it. They kick it out to Green. Here's Z for the 3. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. That's 28 points for Z. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for New York. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Here's Z. To the middle, Towns with the steal. Now here's Payne. He's covered by Ball. Ryan, no good. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Z can't get it to go. New York's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Kicks it to Payne. To the inside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line for two, 0-0.
That free throw good from Z. Smith checked in for Ball. So he gets them both. Now here's Payne. Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
Passes it to Hart. Here's Kolek. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Z. Off target from outside.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Charlotte.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the more valuable highlights of the game was the great night it turned out to be for Z.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
He's off on the first. Norkic checked in for Charlotte. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in. And he sinks the second.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Good on the triple.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
4th team foul. At the line for the Knicks.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Z. Launches a 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Z. Defended by Hart. Z can't get it to go.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game